In the heart of Southeast Asia, a military force shaped not by grand battles on open plains, but by the dense, unforgiving embrace of the jungle, stands ready. This is the story of the Malaysian Army, a disciplined, adaptive, and strategically vital force forged in the crucible of real-world security challenges. Unlike armies built for large-scale conventional warfare, Malaysia's military has evolved to master complex environments where terrain, climate, and unconventional threats are the deciding factors, from the steamy tropical rainforests and rugged mountain borders to the bustling urban centers. Its unique geography has demanded a force that values flexibility, intelligence, and endurance above all else. This has made the Malaysian Army one of the most experienced and respected forces in jungle and counterinsurgency warfare in the world. Our journey begins in the colonial era, when the first local units were raised by the British to maintain security and protect strategic territories. The Malay Regiment, formed in 1933, was the seed from which the modern army would grow. These early soldiers proved their mettle during World War II, most notably in the fierce Battle of Pasir Panjang in Singapore, where they fought valiantly against overwhelming odds. Following Malaysia's independence, or Merdeka, in 1957, these disparate units were consolidated and transformed into a national army, with a singular focus on defending the new nation's sovereignty and ensuring internal stability. However, the Army's most defining chapter was already underway: the Malayan Emergency. A brutal 12-year counterinsurgency conflict against communist terrorists began in 1948 and became the ultimate test of the young Army's resolve, discipline, and operational cunning. This was not a war of front lines and set-piece battles. It was a war fought in the shadows, in villages, and deep within the jungle for the hearts and minds of the people. The British-led security forces, including the nascent Malay regiments, developed the groundbreaking Briggs Plan. This strategy involved relocating rural populations into protected new villages to cut off the insurgents' supply lines and intelligence sources. Concurrently, small military units conducted deep penetration patrols, hunting the enemy on their own turf. This long, arduous struggle permanently shaped Malaysian military doctrine. It embedded profound lessons about the importance of population security, intelligence-led operations, and the effectiveness of highly trained, small units. These principles remain the bedrock of Malaysian Army strategy to this day. Jungle warfare is more than just a skill for the Malaysian Army. It is the core of its identity. The Army's Jungle Warfare Training Center, known as Pulada, is world-renowned. Here, soldiers are pushed to their absolute limits, learning to survive, navigate, and fight in one of the planet's most challenging environments. They master the arts of stealth, tracking, and close-quarter combat in conditions of limited visibility, extreme humidity, and constant logistical strain. These skills are not theoretical. They are honed by decades of continuous operations against remnants of communist insurgents along the border and in security operations. Across the country, the expertise of Malaysian jungle warriors is so highly regarded that military forces from across the globe, including the United States, United Kingdom, and Australia, regularly send their troops to train alongside them, seeking to learn from the undisputed masters of the jungle. While its roots are in jungle warfare, the modern Malaysian Army has embraced a balanced and practical approach to modernization. The goal has never been about overwhelming firepower for its own sake, but about enhancing mobility, protection, and command efficiency. A prime example of this philosophy is the AV-8 Jempita, an 8x8 multi-role armored fighting vehicle. Developed in partnership with Turkey, the Jempita comes in multiple variants, including an infantry fighting vehicle armed with a 30mm cannon and an anti-tank version equipped with guided missiles. This vehicle provides Malaysian mechanized infantry with a potent combination of speed, protection, and firepower, allowing them to rapidly deploy and dominate the battlefield across varied terrain. Supporting the Jempita are other key assets, like the Adnan ACV-300, a tracked infantry fighting vehicle, and the PT-91M Pentakar main battle tank, which provides the heavy-hitting power for armored formations. The Artillery Corps has also seen significant upgrades with the introduction of systems like the South African G5 Mk3 155mm howitzer and the Brazilian Astros 2 multiple rocket launcher, giving the Army the ability to deliver precise and devastating long-range fire support. Crucially, this modernization is always integrated with doctrine. Technology is a tool to support the soldier, not a replacement for core skills like fieldcraft, discipline, and tactical acumen, ensuring that the Malaysian soldier remains the Army's most valuable weapon. The Malaysian Army's operational structure is logically designed for territorial defense and rapid response. The force is primarily organized under the Western Field Command, responsible for Peninsular Malaysia, and the Eastern Field Command covering the states of Sabah and Sarawak on the island of Borneo. These two commands oversee several divisions. The 3rd and 4th Divisions are primarily infantry formations, tasked with securing key areas in the peninsula. The 2nd Division, also in the peninsula, is a combined arms formation with a mix of infantry, armored, and mechanized units. Over in East Malaysia, the 1st Division in Sarawak and the 5th Division in Sabah are crucial for border security, facing unique challenges related to rugged terrain and long porous borders. One of the most elite formations is the 10th Parachute Brigade, the Army's premier rapid deployment force, based at Terendak Camp in Malacca. These elite paratroopers are trained to deploy by air at a moment's notice to any crisis zone, securing key objectives and acting as a powerful strategic deterrent. This decentralized yet coordinated structure allows for swift action based on local intelligence and deep terrain knowledge. At the apex of the Malaysian Army's capabilities are its Special Forces, a collection of elite units trained for the nation's most critical and dangerous missions. The most famous of these is the Grup Jarak Khas, or GGK. Often called the Green Berets, the GGK is Malaysia's primary force for unconventional warfare, special reconnaissance, counterterrorism, and direct action missions. Its operators undergo one of the most grueling selection processes in the world, testing their physical and mental limits to the extreme. The GGK is composed of several specialized regiments, including the 11th Special Service Regiment, which focuses on counterterrorism, and hostage rescue, and the 21st and 22nd Commando Regiments, which specialize in unconventional and jungle warfare. Their motto, Sepet Dan Surgus, meaning swift and agile, perfectly encapsulates their operational philosophy. Working alongside the GGK is the 10th Parachute Brigade's Pathfinder Company, an elite unit tasked with infiltrating behind enemy lines to reconnoiter and mark drop zones, and landing sites for the main parachute force. These special operators are a strategic national asset, whose quiet professionalism and deadly efficiency have earned them international recognition. Through joint exercises with elite units like the US Navy SEALs and the British SAS, beyond its combat roles, the Malaysian Army is deeply integrated into the fabric of civilian life, particularly as a first responder in times of crisis. The Army's role in military operations other than war is a cornerstone of its mission. When devastating floods swept across the country in recent years, it was Army engineers, logisticians, and soldiers who were on the front lines rescuing stranded citizens, distributing essential supplies, and building temporary bridges. They have been instrumental in responding to landslides, providing medical aid in remote communities, and supporting national efforts during health crises. These operations do more than just provide aid. They showcase the Army's logistical prowess, discipline, and coordination. More importantly, they reinforce the strong bond between the military and the people it serves, building trust and strengthening national resilience. International cooperation is another vital pillar of Malaysia's defense strategy. The Malaysian Army actively participates in the Five Power Defense Arrangements, or FPDA, a long-standing security agreement with the United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand, and Singapore. Under the FPDA, member nations conduct regular joint military exercises like Exercise Bersama Shield and Bersama Lima, enhancing interoperability and reinforcing a collective commitment to regional security. Malaysia is also a key contributor to United Nations peacekeeping missions, having deployed its soldiers, known as Malbit, to conflict zones around the world, from Lebanon and the Congo to Somalia. These deployments not only contribute to global peace, but also provide Malaysian soldiers with invaluable operational experience in complex multinational environments. This policy of active engagement and strategic balance allows Malaysia to maintain a robust defense posture while fostering stability and goodwill with its neighbors and global partners. As the 21st century unfolds, the nature of conflict is changing, and the Malaysian Army is adapting with it. Future threats are multi-domain and asymmetric, encompassing everything from cyber warfare and transnational crime to maritime piracy and terrorism. In response, the Army is enhancing its intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance capabilities, integrating digital systems and unmanned aerial vehicles to improve situational awareness. There is a growing emphasis on interagency cooperation, ensuring seamless coordination with the Royal Malaysian Navy, the Royal Malaysian Air Force, and civilian law enforcement agencies. While its mastery of the jungle and counterinsurgency remains its unshakable foundation, the Army is evolving into a more networked and technologically advanced force, prepared for the complex and unpredictable challenges that lie ahead. In conclusion, the Malaysian Army is a force defined not by its size or its global ambitions, but by its hard-won experience, its remarkable adaptability, and its quiet professionalism. Forged in the fires of insurgency and tempered by the unforgiving jungle, it has become one of Southeast Asia's most reliable and capable military forces. It is an army of disciplined soldiers, expert jungle warriors, and elite special operators, equally prepared to defend the nation's borders, support its people in times of need, and contribute to regional stability. In an increasingly uncertain world, the Malaysian Army stands as a testament to the power of resilience, discipline, and strategic balance, a silent guardian watching over its nation. If you found this documentary informative, please like, share, and subscribe to Strategic Armed Forces. Thank you for watching.